touch the sky. Boy, you're making me high. Baby, baby, baby.
Never change, Brittany.
Don't worry, I'm 36 years into this. I don't think I'm capable of it.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the What's Good Games podcast, your source for video game news, commentary, analysis, and funny stuff every Friday. Most Fridays, I'm Andrea Renee, joined by Mrs. Rihanna.
Most Fridays, you are yourself. Hello, it's me.
Are you
Wait,
Mrs.
you're Rihanna Manuel-Peña?
Who knows?
You can be. You want to switch for a day?
And Brittany Brombacher's here too, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
It's been a day. We started with some technical problems, and now Brittany has been singing. It's been glorious. And we're excited to be here for our very special Summer Game Fest predictions by Magic 8-Ball. And Brittany, I know it's your nemesis, but I got 2 different 8-balls this time.
Okay, so which one's the new one? There's a new one, right?
Yes.
Wait, don't tell her. Have it be like a taste test where she can't tell which one is which.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I
So
know.
like you need to get a
I know which one is
marker
which.
and draw like a 1, so it's like the Magic 81 ball. And they're different now. They're distinct.
I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Anyway,
take that
yeah,
under
so-
consideration. Ladies and
Thanks.
gentlemen, we're so glad that you're here. Can you believe that Summer Game Fest is 1 week away? Just so close. You can taste it. The fervor of the rumors, the leaks, the reveal trailers, the PlayStation State of Play is getting dropped on us the day we're recording, but it's tomorrow, so we can't talk about it. It always happens, literally 100% of the time. You gotta love it. Before we jump into what we hope is gonna be a really ridiculous episode, I'm gonna say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the show. If you're on Supercast or Patreon, we appreciate you. Please go over to Patreon and check out all the migration details because we've officially unpublished our tiers there. So you should be heading over to Supercast. That's What's Good Games. That's supercast.com. Like our fantastic super producers, Faris Attieh, Punkdefied, Josh and Foshee. No, those are 2 different names that I put together. Joshua Franklin and Justin Foshee. Thank you so much for supporting the show, everybody. We appreciate and love you. And we'll be reading out the names of our elite super friends a little bit later on. But we also have some new 5-star reviews, which has been really lovely as well.
Yeah, we got Moogles and Mogs. We got that one review dude. We want to thank you all very, very, very much. I did like this one review from Moogles and Mogs. It's like chatting about games with my girlfriends, except I really don't have girlfriends who love games the way I do IRL, so I appreciate this podcast so much. Thank you for all the work and love you put into this show.
Aww.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. If you want to help support the show and you don't have a couple dollars to toss our way, tell a friend about What's Good Games, a video games podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Engage with the show by leaving a comment, clicking the like button, following us on social media, subscribing on YouTube. Every little bit helps, everybody.
Excuse me.
You held it in. I don't know why.
I didn't want to be too rude. I do appreciate the patrons and the subscribers and the 5-star reviews. I didn't want to blast them in their ears with my gas.
Just us. Just Rihanna and I get that distinct pleasure.
Yep.
What a treat.
This week's episode is brought to you by Shopify, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Let's get into it. Brittany and Rihanna. We've got a bunch of announcements that are about to be made, and we're going to ask our trusty 8-Ball if they can tell us the future of video games. You know, now that I have 2,
It looks like boobs.
I mean,
does.
obviously, it was, right? Somebody was going to have to say it.
Yeah. Give him a good shake, girl. See what happens. Oh, gift that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Getting aroused over here.
Big thank you to Danny for sending us a new 8-Ball. Danny Hassan, as Brittany likes to say it.
No, I'm still convinced that he tampers with those in some way, shape, or form. I've always been done dirty by those bitches. I don't even trust the new one. I've never met the new one. I'm sure it's an asshole. But you know what? We're going to do this show, and I'm going to remain as hopeful as ever and probably walk away sweaty and disappointed.
I'm excited for this double confirmation we're about to get that Brittany, none of Brittany's dreams are coming true.
Rewind. No. Don't do it to me. Okay.
We
Well,
all want
I mean,
Mother. It's understandable. I get it.
I mean, I want Mother. I want lots of things, and I almost forgot to like put in my Hopium request this year because I mean I just keep getting burned. But I don't know if Andrea, you have a method that you want to run this thing, but I got some top level shit I'm already ready for.
I think what we're going to do is go in the order that the showcases are happening. So that starts on Friday, June 7th with Summer Game Fest Live that is produced by Jeff Keighley, the executive producer of the Game Awards. He's been doing Summer Game Fest Live for a few years now, and each year the live show kind of takes on a little bit of a different vibe. So we're going to start there, and then we're going to go into Xbox Summer Games Showcase, which is happening Sunday morning, June 9th. And then we're going to go to Ubisoft Forward, which is happening Monday, June 10th. So the wild cards are the Nintendo Direct that we know is happening sometime in June because they've confirmed that, but we don't know if it's happening around Summer Game Fest or if they're going to put it a little bit further out in the month to kind of get away from all of the other noise that's happening.
Well, they
and
get
then,
put in last
as we already
place.
mentioned, PlayStation just announced a state of play, but not a showcase, which is a difference because they've previously had a PlayStation showcase, which is kind of denotes a high level first party, big AAA kind of announcements. And this is a state of play. They've already said from a statement earlier in the year that there's going to be no big first party releases this year from the existing franchises. So I imagine the state of play will be a little bit more focused on partner titles, but it doesn't mean we can't see something from an existing franchise that's maybe DLC, like a Spider-Man DLC or something. So those are going to be the two wild cards. How do we feel about that as a strategy?
I feel like it's a good strategy. I think Nintendo we talk about last because if they're not going to tell us when they're going to do their show, then they can just go last. That's fine with me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good, girl. So let's start. Let's start with some stuff, huh?
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Who wants to go first? Shall we talk about what's been confirmed in the Summer Game Fest feed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you guys follow Jeff Keighley or the @Summer Game Fest account on the app formerly known as Twitter, they've officially converted everything to X, by the way, so we're going to have to just start calling them X eventually. They have confirmed a couple of appearances and also some things that we can see that are going to be in the show. So not really questions around those, but maybe questions around like what it's going to be. Of the things that have been confirmed, so let me just run through those really quick. We have Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Metaphor ReFantasio, which is the new Katsuro Hashino project, the former director, creator of Persona that we saw last year. Delta Force Hawk Ops, which is a new shooter, online shooter. Alan Wake 2 DLC, I put question mark because that's not technically confirmed. But Sam
but you
Lake...
saw the stuff they did on Twitter today, right? Or X, excuse me.
I didn't see the new things. All I saw before was that Sam Lake had said going to be at Summer Game Fest or had like put the eye emoji on like the Summer Game Fest is coming. And then the Summer Game Fest account retweeted that. And I'm like, that means Remedy is probably doing something, right?
Okay, yeah. So this morning, which is May 29th, Remedy changed their logo to a P. It's like the R, but it's a P. And then their banner is Poison Pill Entertainment. And then underneath that, since 1995, Night Springs City. They did it on their social media. They did it on YouTube. So, yes, I think that is a very, very fair guess. Now, what is this going to be? I'm assuming some sort of DLC, some sort of story DLC. Hopefully, it's not something that's too intertwined with the main narrative, because I feel like if I try to go back to that, I'm not going to remember a damn thing, because that was a wackadoodle narrative. Fantastic one. Just a little wackadoodle.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
I think I have my first question for the 8-Ball, Andrea.
Okay. Just based off what we've talked about so far.
Yes.
Okay.
Just based off what we have so far. Is Remedy going to announce a standalone narrative DLC for Alan Wake 2?
8-Ball says
The first 8-Ball.
positively.
Aye. This must be the new one. Hey, girl.
It is the new one. And well, listen, we are not going to ask every question to both 8-Balls. That's not happening. We'll be here all day.
I might get a little desperate, and I might ask for a few shakes of different. So we'll see. I have a
Sure.
few okay.
When it's a bad answer.
That's what I would want. That's what I would like to see. So it's fun that this is happening. Although I do think this happening, you know what, the day before the PlayStation showcase or whatever it's being called. I'm wondering if this is going to be announced during that and not the Summer Game Fest showcase. But whatever. You know what I mean?
Could also be a Gamescom announcement, or it could be like a reveal teaser with like a look at it at Gamescom, and then like a fall release date.
Whatever.
That feels good.
That feels good, right?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so we also have confirmed that Palworld is going to be at Summer Game Fest in some way, shape, or form, and that to me feels like expansion, or I don't know, maybe they're adding something. I have no idea what this could possibly be.
Now,
Yeah,
I have a
probably more
question.
pals. Oh.
Yeah, I have a question, not for the 8 Ball, but for the group here. Is Palworld still hot? Like didn't that kind of peak and subside a bit?
No, I feel like what you always get though when you have these like flash in a pan moments is the numbers are like super duper high, and then they drop, and everyone's like, "Oh, no one's playing this game anymore." But I don't know. There might actually still be really good numbers, but compared to what they were, I don't know. But let me go to our good friend Google and see.
Yeah, I went
feel
to
like
Steam
Helldivers
charts
maybe-
to see
yeah.
like how it's doing, and the 24-hour peak over the last 24 hours is 22,000 concurrents, which is a good amount of people. I mean, listen, it's a far cry from the highest peak, which was 2.1 million players, right? Like that was a pretty high peak, record-breaking, in fact. So it's dropped quite substantially, but that doesn't mean that people wouldn't come back to it if they put some kind of, really cool thing in the game, or they added a bunch of features or whatnot. There's just been a lot more games that have been released since then.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are playing other stuff, like Helldivers, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any questions around that. That wasn't my thing, but I just wanted to mention that that's going to be there. We're going to see something. The one that I am very excited about that is being teased in the Summer Game Fest feed is from 2K. So 2K Games put out a tweet that says that they plan to reveal the next iteration in one of 2K's biggest and most beloved franchises.
Ooh,
That was the
bees.
biggest and most beloved franchises. And to me, that could only be one of two things. It's all about the bees, baby. Bioshock or Borderlands.
Yes.
It's got to be one of those.
I feel like it's got to be Bioshock 4. It has to be. We haven't heard anything from that game in like 5 years.
It's true. In fact, Cloud Chamber Games, who is currently working on the next Bioshock game, which would technically be Bioshock 3 if we're using numbers, because
1, 2,
Bioshock Infinite didn't have a number, was announced back in 2019 that they were working on it. And since then, it's been radio silent. We have no idea where they're at in the process. We just knew that they'd be working on it for several years. So
Yeah. And we've gotten Borderlands recently-ish. So this is Bioshock's time, which is so exciting to think about.
Well, I mean, recently-ish. I mean, we got Tiny Tina, which Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which was not Borderlands, but adjacent, obviously.
Borderlands-ish.
And there's been whispers of a new Borderlands in development. I mean, Randy Pitchford has said as much. And Gearbox just got recently acquired by 2K and Take-Two after their sale from Embracer Group earlier this year. So it feels like a good time to potentially announce that. And there's a quote that I pulled from Randy Pitchford that said, "The unannounced Borderlands game is the greatest thing we've ever done." Despite there not having been a full reveal about what's coming next. So there are other rumors I've read that are like, is it Tiny Tina Wonderlands 2, or is it Borderlands 4, or is it Borderlands : something else? The movie, which the trailer looked phenomenal for, is set to debut August 9th, so later this summer. Would feel like a nice tie-in to announce the new game, in promotion for the movie.
For either one, I just really hope it's Bioshock. I love Borderlands, don't get me wrong, but Tiny Tina was like, okay, that was my fix. And that was just what year did that come out?
I think it was 2020, wasn't it?
Really? Was it that long ago?
Pandemic time. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Let me double
okay.
check.
I do like the.
Oh no, it was 2022. So 2 years ago.
So yeah, I feel like I've gotten my fix, and I know it's not the same thing, but I feel like when I think of Bioshock, I play it for the mood, the vibes, right? And I got my vibe fix in 2022. I have not gotten a Bioshock vibe in a very, very long time. Give me.
Well, we have Judas coming up, which is very spiritual successory, right? And maybe the two are going head to head. Like, I have no idea how far along either of those are, but that would be interesting.
I really hope not. I really like, for the sake of both of those teams, like, it would be very unfair for both of those teams to have to deal with that. It would be more unfair for the Cloud Chamber team because Ken Levine is widely considered, the kind of archetype of that franchise, and there's a lot of individual criticisms about how the narrative and everything devolved when his team kind of exited from 2K and what's going to happen with the Bioshock franchise, even though a lot of people at Cloud Chamber have worked on the franchise for quite some time. So it's always an interesting evolution when one of the original auteurs that's associated with the identity of a franchise moves on to something else, and then it's like, well, can that team pick up the mantle and carry forward?
It reminds me of the Dead Space remake, and then what is the name of the game that came out? I actually really liked it.
Callisto Protocol?
Yes. That's exactly where my mind goes. Yeah.
See, now that went the other direction, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Where the original, the team who actually, the team at EA, did a pretty universally accepted good job. And Callisto Protocol was very all over the map. I think it was very love-hate relationship, I felt like, with that game.
It was, which is a bummer. But anyway, yeah, maybe that's a good question for the 8-Ball, Andrea. Maybe you could work your magic, caress it a little nicely, and ask what bee we're getting.
I would love to.
Which bee are we getting?
Magic 8-Ball. Are we going to see the next installment in the Borderlands franchise at Summer Game Fest? Absolutely.
Yay!
Hooray!
Okay. I really hope it's Bioshock. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some Borderlands.
I mean, maybe it's both. What if it's both?
Oh my god.
I mean, 2 Bs are better than 1.
What if one's at Summer Game Fest and one's at Xbox?
Wow.
Back-to-back BBs.
That would be fucking rad. Cool.
That would actually. That'd be pretty rad.
That'd be pretty rad, yeah.
I would like to see, Gearbox have a comeback moment after everything they've been through. That would be great. Something to celebrate.
Oh, you already put it in the notes. Wonderful. Well, then I feel like we got to ask 8-Ball. Is 2K going to go on fire at Summer Game Fest and also announce what's happening in the Bioshock franchise?
Ooh.
It's stuck.
Yeah, see, how's it feel? How's it feel?
Cannot foretell now.
All right. Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, well, womp womp.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's good. Those are some good questions. I am excited about the possibility.
Yes.
Will be good.
Okay, so a couple other things that were confirmed. The Batman Arkham Shadow VR title, Uncapped Games' new RTS project, so we'll learn more about those. And now we get into the wild speculation part of what's happening, what's coming. All right, Brittany, take it away, Brittany.
Okay, I got to the number one. I gotta talk about my Resident Evil. So I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the Resident Evil discourse out there, but it has been hot and spicy and full of drama because it always is. Fucking nerds. So the main conversation has been around Resident Evil 9. Now, Dusk Golem, I won't go into all the weeds, has been a very prominent leaker in the community, accurately leaked Resident Evil Village shenanigans and blah, blah, blah. So Resident Evil 9, according to this person, was going to be a thing that was going to be announced very, very soon. And Resident Evil 9 was going to be taking place in the Southeast Asian Sea. There was even talk about an open world aspect of it. Really, really exciting stuff. Other folks are talking about a Resident Evil 0 remake and a Code Veronica remake. Maybe they're remaking 5. There's a whole bunch of conversations out there. So just literally 2 days ago, Dusk Golem tweeted out the following. fuck it, I'm choosing to be the one to burst the bubble in a bigger way of what's going on with Resident Evil. First, I would wipe the expectations of Resident Evil 9 being announced this summer, period. The initial rumors I heard, I do believe are right, and RE9's announcement is further away than this upcoming summer. RE1 remake rumors are bullshit. As far as I know, it's not in any form of development. RE5 is not in actively development. RE9 is pushed back to late 2025, 2026. And then they went on to confirm Resident Evil 0 and the Code Veronica remake, which, like, I've also heard that. So, like, yes, that's definitely a thing that's happening. But I still want to have the hope beam alive, ladies. I want to believe. We don't have a Resident Evil slated for this year, and we've had one almost every year. 2022 was a little weird, but it just feels like it doesn't feel right to not have something teased or announced this summer for Resident Evil. It's been very quiet. So, I mean, we have a separate ways deal, so you don't at me. Anywho, let you, Andrea, caress the balls. Rub them, stroke them, give them a little massage, just feel them up, tell them how smooth and silky they are.
You're smooth
and then
and
ask
silky.
them, am I going to get a Resident Evil announcement at Summer Game Fest?
Which ball do you want? This one?
Which one
Or
feels
this one?
luckier? Which one feels better? I'm trusting you with this, Andrea. Okay, she's shaking that one.
I can hear the juices.
Focus and ask again.
Fuck you. No, I'm focused enough.
That's the old one, isn't it?
No, it's the new
Magic
one.
fucking 8 ball. See turncoats, Ree.
Okay. Will we get a Resident Evil 9 announcement at Summer Game Fest? Yes.
Okay.
9 specifically.
I feel like I'm being like tricked right now. I feel like I never get what I want from that thing. So I'll smile and I'll take it and I'll put it in the notes. But that I want another moment like when Resident Evil Village was announced where I lost my shit, and when Resident Evil 2 Remake was announced and I lost my shit.
Both PlayStation though, right?
Yes.
So I feel like State of Play, that might happen.
You could.
Maybe. Yeah. That would
That's
be
where that
it
would be, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. Great. Wonderful.
Okay, Rihanna, you're
Yes.
up.
Okay. For other stuff not related to any specific showcase, I would like to. I want to ask the 8 ball: is there going to be in any of the presentations a shadow drop?
Ooh.
An unseen, unheard, unannounced. It's available today.
Like a big budget shadow drop, or like
The big one, not a smaller, the mobile game or whatever. I'm sorry, no shade on mobile games, but like a big one,
like an Apex or a Hi-Fi Rush shadow drop.
like an Apex.
Okay. Girl,
I mean, I
keep
know what the
alive.
answer is probably going to. I mean, I know what the answer is going to be because doing those is literally impossible. And
It is.
Apex was literally like a diamond in the rough and will never happen again for a variety of reasons. Okay, will there be a shadow drop
A big
AAA game available during Summer Game Fest? Can't say now.
Okay, well,
one. Wow.
thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing. Okay.
AAA girthy. Exactly, Brittany. That's right. That's right. All right, ask another one then. Ask something a little bit more rooted in reality.
Well, rooted in reality. I'm gonna go Xbox on this one. Will we finally see the Xbox handheld?
Oh, wait, hold on. You can't just jump to the Xbox Game Showcase. We're talking
Well, that's
about
what I'm
Summer
thinking
Game
of.
Fest Live, Rihanna.
Okay.
Stick with the program.
Okay, well then
We have to have some order to the chaos.
it's hard to pick one that isn't tied to one of the other shows.
That's fair. This is why, Jeff's show was kind of fun to watch because his announcements are all over the place, right? Sometimes you get really big games revealing, and then other times you get like unheard of projects that are kind of more like indie darlings, right? Because if he has all of these relationships with Day of the Devs and the other parts of the indie community, and so I don't know.
Okay, I have a different one then.
Okay.
Will we see some kind of integration, like a splash screen or a montage with quote unquote streamers as celebrities. I just want to see if there's like some company that's like still trying to pay $100,000 to some streamer to appear in their ad.
Girl, you know they are. They're gluttons for punishment. Will streamers make celebrity cameos at Summer Game Fest? Unlikely. Huh.
Interesting.
Color me surprised.
Interesting.
Well, Andrew, it's technically your turn, but I'm bursting with some more. So let me know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the other, like, looking at the list of, like, so I just put some, like, hypotheticals in the bullet points of our show notes of things we might see, of what may be there. A thing that I would like to see and know more of, but I'm kind of a little bit like, I don't know if now is the right time. I would like to know more about the Lord of the Rings MMO that Amazon is working on.
Oh.
I know that it's really early still. Well, not really early, but like the game's not coming soon. But I would like to see like a little bit from it or a teaser or something. So,
Okay.
Magic 8 Ball, will we see the Lord of the Rings game from Amazon at Summer Game Fest? Can't say now.
Okay, what's with all this non-committal bullshit?
I think the hate has spread from me to y'all now.
It has. I don't know what's up, man.
It's whack.
It is pretty wackadoo. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just start talking about another.
Do
game.
it.
Dragon Age fucking Dreadwolf. Now, I mean,
Yes.
listen, everybody and their mom and their dad and their uncle and their cats and their dogs are talking about this. It has been so long since we've never actually gotten any real substantial information about it. We've had some streams in between where they've said like, hey, we're going to go to like Antiva and we're going to go to Anderfels and Weishaupt where we're going to see like, that's where the Grey Wardens are. And if you're into Dragon Age lore, like that's a lot. There's a lot you can derive from that, but we haven't really seen a lot of concrete info. So, oh God, there's so much we could get from this. I have so many questions, but I think the basic one I can ask the 8-Ball, because the 8-Ball knows all. I mean, I'm sucking your dick, 8-Ball, because I want you to answer this correctly. Will we get over 2 minutes of Dragon Age Dreadwolf gameplay at Summer Game Fest?
2 minutes of gameplay.
I want 2 minutes of fucking gameplay.
I would love that. Make it so, 8-Ball. Are we getting Dragon Age gameplay? Summer Game Fest. Cannot foretell now.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to ask the other 8-Ball and see what's up.
Get up and go to work, 8-Ball.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could give us a definitive answer one way or another about what's happening with Dragon Age at Summer Game Fest? Very doubtful. Oh, okay, cool. So it's not worth asking again, is what it's saying. Well, sorry to tell you, Britt. I don't think that that's true, though. I think the 8-Ball's wrong here, and I'll tell you why. EA and BioWare have used the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley as an executive producer to announce multiple big trailers for their titles over the last 3 to 4 years. So that to me means that they clearly have a relationship and that this would be a good place for them to show it. And Xbox would be the other place that would be a good place, but it's not really a good place because now Xbox is like, yo, we kind of just got flush with RPGs and we don't really want to maybe take away some of the spotlight from the games that are in our portfolio that we've been promoting. And despite the fact that clearly Dragon Age is going to be huge when it does eventually come out. So my gut tells me if there's going to be a Dragon Age announcement and feels like now's the right time, that Summer Game Fest Live is the place for it. So I'm holding out hope, Brittany, that we're going to get some kind of a trailer because all of the trailers that we've gotten so far have been like conceptual. They haven't even been like cinematics, right? We haven't even gotten that. And it's been weird, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think they said a Dragon Age Dreadwolf reveal in the summer. It's to be shown this summer. So, like, we know we're getting it, but, like, here's my question. It's like, what are we getting, right? Andrew, like you said, we haven't really got the trailers. Is it going to be another cinematic trailer? Or are we to believe what insiders are saying, which is like, hey, like, people are really happy with how this game is looking. Jeff Grubb, I think just a couple months ago or whatever, was like, yeah, it's like, it's looking good. Like, people at EA are happy with it, which if you're familiar with Inquisition's development cycle, which was pure hell, that is very encouraging. So, yeah, that's why the gameplay is the important part for me. Like, a trailer, cool. but like I want to see the combat, the rumored combat of real time God of War, like that's the big one, right? And so there's lots there, and I could do a whole fucking show on this alone, but I won't.
I will say, if we do see it and people are feeling good about it, I would love to see it released this year. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
That
just give us that short cycle. Like, just give us something to do over the holiday, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Well, okay, 8-Ball.
Okay.
Since you clearly don't want the gameplay, are we going to get any kind of news about Dragon Age at Summer Game Fest this year?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's been pretty much.
You can count on it.
Okay. That was an
Okay,
easy
hey,
one.
let's just say in our minds and our hearts that it's the release date and that it's going to be in November. Yeah?
I love this for us. I love this journey for us.
I know. I'm
we're
furiously
winning.
Googling over here because, yeah, again, like, you depend on you insiders. Just a couple weeks ago, Grub did say it's scheduled to come out this year. Now, if whether or not it does, like, could you fucking imagine if we get Dreadwolf this year?
It would be so good.
I would lose. Okay.
It'd be my first time playing a Dragon Age when it comes out, so I'm very excited for this.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, really? That's exciting. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, well, great. So, yeah, I think we're getting something no matter what. I just definitely want the gameplay. I want to see what this game looks like. I know they're still using Frostbite. I think they're using Anthem's code base. Anyway, I got to talk about this whole thing forever. Anyway, we need to move on.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Rise of Hydra. We saw it at D23. This is a whole nother audience that's similar but different.
We saw it at GDC.
We saw it at GDC. Again, similar, different.
Well, maybe
Hopefully-
we're talking about different things.
But the Marvel game, Black Panther, right?
No, yes. I'm talking about Amy Hennig's game.
Right.
Yes.
I want to see it. I want to see
Marvel
more.
1943 Rise of Hydra. We didn't see this at D23.
Wasn't that where it was announced?
No.
What game am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
The Black Panther Captain America game.
Yes.
Let's see.
Announced maybe that, we knew that Amy Hennig was working on a game.
Yeah, she was there with her co-author, and Skydance showed cinematics for it at
Untitled
D23.
Captain America and Black Panther game, September 2022. Was announced.
It was a while ago.
Yes, it was a while ago, and I don't think we have anything else. That's the one you want to see.
That's the one I want to see.
Got it.
And that, for what I know, that is now Rise of Hydra, right?
Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra.
I want to see more of it. I would like to see gameplay. I would like to see a HUD. I feel like we got a little trailer earlier this year. I feel like this is the time to give me actual people moving around with sticks involved.
Yeah, sticks are important.
I would like to see
It's
actual
interesting because
gameplay.
the presentation they did at GDC was really in depth because they were showcasing Unreal Engine 5 and all of the tools and breaking down, all the cool things that they can do and how they make graphics in the game. And I would like to see more too, but it's so hard to know how much of that presentation was just pure vertical slice created specifically to showcase Unreal Engine 5 as like a technical demo, or how much of the game is playable. I really don't know. But I would also like to see more.
So the question is, I will type it out as you repeat it to me.
Oh, wait, hold on. We don't have release date yet, do we?
No.
Okay. Let's say we get a deeper look and a release date for Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra.
Asking for the moon.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
I want it all.
Very
That's right.
likely, it says.
Woo! Okay. Also, it's bullshit that Reed gets the positive answers.
It's because I'm asking for very specific pie-in-the-sky dreams to come true, and it wants to keep stringing me along. That's
I
that's
used
what
to
it
do
is.
that, and now I've been beaten and bruised that I don't even have hopes anymore, Reed. Okay? God.
Yeah, I think the 8-Ball's wrong on this one because it says the game is coming in 2025. So for us to get a release date this early would be uncharacteristic of how game development is right now, or has been or has transitioned
Oddly
to.
confident.
But would like to see more. But while we're on the topic of Black Panther games, there's a Black Panther game that we haven't seen yet that our girl Alexa Ray is working on.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I think Summer Game Fest would be a great time to show this game. But that is also technically underneath, not technically, it's also underneath Electronic Arts. And so I feel like if Electronic Arts is trying to have a Dragon Age moment, then do they also want to have a Black Panther moment? And so I think
maybe
I'm going to kick that question
drip,
maybe
maybe
to
they
the
drip
Xbox
it out.
showcase.
You know,
but
just like raise all of the EA excitement.
I mean, they could use that for sure.
They could. I think. I mean, the games are so vastly different too that.
In theory,
I think they could coexist. In theory, oh my god.
Of course, they can coexist, but they definitely are in the same market of gamers. Would be my.
I mean, I would play
argument.
both. So
Yeah.
fair.
I don't know if I mean, I would just for curiosity, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. My baby girl, would you like to ask a question to the 8-Ball about Alexa Ray's video game that she herself and only herself is making?
She's the one and only developer on that game.
Will we see Alexa's
Personal project Black Panther hats. Indications say yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, since that fucking 8-Ball's in a good mood, I have another question for it real quick. I have a couple, but you know what? Well, I won't get too greedy here. First one is I've been following the Ryoga Gotoku social media, the Yakuza Like a Dragon franchise. They've been tweeting out a lot of Majima lately, like a lot. Like I know when it was his birthday in May. Don't at me. It seems a little weird, a little fishy, if you will. Dear Magic 8-Ball, are we going to see an announcement for a Yakuza Kiwami 3?
Ooh.
I would love to see it. I mean, it could be any kind of Yakuza Like a Dragon stuff, but I guess specific questions are what this thing likes.
Consult me later, it says.
I said, catch me outside. How about that?
Hey, 8-Ball.
me outside
Does
with
the
a
other
fucking
8-Ball
metal
just not
bat.
like Brittany? What's happening?
Maybe.
Come on.
What did you do to that ball?
Okay, without a doubt. So yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
okay.
disrespect. The disrespect.
One
Okay, we
last
gotta wrap
question.
up these original
I know.
predictions, and then we have more predictions to do. So,
I have
any
one more.
final
Just- no, yes,
Summer
one
Game
more.
Fest live predictions?
Shake that fucker. Are we going to see another look at Slitterhead, which is the one led by Keiichiro Toyama, creator of Silent Hills? That really crazy looking one. Scary Slitterhead.
It says the stars say no.
Oh, the stars. Blame the stars, not the ball.
Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, everybody, so you can listen to some ads. But if you hate listening to ads, what'sgoodgames.supercast.com is where you need to go to listen to the show ad-free. We'll be right back. This episode of What's Good Games is brought to you by Shopify. Selling a little? Or maybe a lot. Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Yeah, Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soaps or maybe you're offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to the leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify's the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. One of the things that we love about Shopify at What's Good Games is how easy they make every step of the process. So no matter how big your business is or small your business is like ours, they have tools to help you grow. You've just got to get started. Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/whatsgood. All lowercase, everybody. That's shopify.com/whatsgood to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/whatsgood. The 8-Ball has been sassy so far, everybody. and there's still some more to go. Time for the Xbox Summer Game Showcase.
This one is really exciting to me because I think of where Xbox is as a company right now. There's a lot of questions like, what is their strategy going to look like? And any other year, I feel like all we're asking for is to hear exclusive, world reveal, world preview, whatever the fuck they use, right? And I think we're still going to get some of that here, but it's going to be interesting to hear how many times the word exclusive is used or how much they're going to actually talk about their strategy because of that Project Latitude shenanigans that we've been hearing about. I think I'm just really more curious than anything about the tone of this showcase, how much they're going to talk about their future of the show of the brand and maybe some big core changes. Maybe Game Pass goes up in price. Are they going to talk about hardware? Like, what are they going to do?
I really hope they do none of that. Yeah. I think the best thing for them right now is to completely ignore talking about strategy because they keep bungling it, quite frankly, and they just need to focus on the cool-ass games that their very hardworking teams are making. I think they need to go PlayStation style, like PlayStation had a couple E3s in a row where they just had banger showcases, and they need to channel that energy and just do like trailer, and like not take any breaks to talk about Game Pass, to not talk about hardware, to just be like, we got cool games, because that's what they've been missing. And that's what the community keeps talking about, is like, where are the big first party games? And obviously we know they're going to lean on the Activision Blizzard portfolio, as they should. They paid a mint for it, right? And we know that we're going to see some stuff from Bethesda, but we want to see other stuff too. My first big question, the thing that we've talked about, some of the leaks and stuff that are happening, 8-Ball. Are we finally going to get the reveal of Gears of War 6?
Oh my God.
Please, 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 please.
So it shall be.
Yes.
Yes, 8-Ball. Yes. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I need to know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. It's time. It is so time. And then I think even JD's voice actor a little bit ago was like, yeah, stay tuned to June to find out more. And
oh, yeah, he dropped the ball there.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm just so curious about this game for so many reasons, especially that ending, which one is going to be canon, which one isn't. But another rumor that I would like to ask the 8-Ball that we've been talking about, I feel like for years now, is are we getting that Gears of War 1 through 3 collection that has been rumored for so long? So, my dear 8-Ball, you motherfucker.
Positively.
Okay. There it is.
That would be a really fun 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a great way to catch up. And I mean, who knows when this actually is going to release? It'd be cool if it was this year, but if it was late, like, or mid next year, and then we get this 1 through 3 little trilogy, it'd be a perfect way to get caught up, get all hyped for it. So, all right. Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Rhea, I know you said you had some that you were excited about for Xbox.
I mean, I know we talked about having a purely gameplay focused showcase, but I really do want to see this hardware. I like it. I'm excited for it. Like, I want to know, 8-Ball, are we going to see this rumored handheld?
No. Just no. See, it just says no. I was like, no, it can't be on. No, it's got to be no.
Fair.
On. I kind of wish you would have.
I was reading it upside down.
Fine.
I know. I think it's false. Fine. This rumored handheld, I think it's not going to happen. I don't think Microsoft proper wants to put money into that. I think those rumors are phooey. That's my professional opinion.
All right.
Phooey. Well. Okay. Well, okay. I have a question for the little 8-Ball friend. It has been a very, very long time, friend, since we have heard anything about State of Decay 3. I could have sworn that this game had been announced 10 years ago. Turns out, nope, it was just 4 years ago in 2020. What is time?
I mean, the pandemic did feel like 10 years, so that's fair.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm really curious. Are we going to see gameplay from State of Decay 3? Not a CG trailer we got last time. That zombified deer still haunts my dreams. But I want to see actual gameplay.
Gameplay. State of Decay 3. Positively.
Yay. That makes me happy. Thank you, 8-Ball. You're my favorite. I love you. I respect you. I appreciate you.
Another thing that I think is overdue.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, my gut tells me that stuff is going horribly wrong and who knows what's going to happen. But I really think we need an update on what's going on with Perfect Dark from the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics. Like, we need to know what's happening with that game. They've sunk a lot of money into it. I haven't really seen nothing. Are we going to get an update on what's going on with Perfect Dark at the showcase?
We better.
Cannot foretell now.
You can't do a lot of shit, 8-Ball. Man. Well, do you want to shake the other one, or are you just letting it be?
You know, I'm going to let it be because I don't feel like that's a foregone conclusion, because the rumblings I've heard, and that anybody can deduce who's been covering the industry for any amount of time, is that something's clearly wrong with the dev team. Like, they had to do some kind of pivot or change, or they've gone back to the drawing board and redone a bunch of stuff, because it's been a really long time since that studio was initially formed, and they've been working on this reboot for many, many years. And we just don't really get life cycles in games that long for a team of that size, like, very often. Not saying it doesn't happen, and I know that games are taking longer and longer to make, and they're having bigger budgets, and that's why the pressure to perform is so high. But it usually means that something like milestones weren't either looking good, or somebody at the top was like, actually, I don't like this, let's change it, or directive for how they want the game to play. And like, well, I think those stories will come out eventually about what's been going on, but it makes me a little uneasy about what's happening, you know?
Absolutely. No, it's not good. It just, even they brought in Crystal Dynamics and that whole shit, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll see for ourselves. I think it would be a good time to restore the hopium. You know, I was making my Xbox predictions, and then I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. And yeah, I completely forgot about Halo, and that makes me very sad.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, I just replayed Infinite, too, by the way, co-op, and had a good time, but the problems in that game are just kind of glaringly obvious now that I've revisited it. But we know there's some multiplayer updates coming. That's cool. I just don't care about those. I think it was talked about that the game, they're in active development on a new single-player campaign. Don't know if I just made that up. Maybe it was a rumor. Who could say? But it doesn't matter. Magic 8-Ball, my friend, my maybe potential lover, depending on how you answer this question. Will we see something new? Single-player Halo. New single-player Halo.
Single player, all right.
I want single-player. I want
Halo, single player. Very likely.
Okay.
Surprising.
Good. Listen, there's more life to be squeezed out of Master Chief. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's got a lot of life in him.
He's got a lot of life. I mean, I hope he does. I don't know. He's kind of old and crusty. But that doesn't matter. It's fine. What's important was that's in your brain, Ree. Okay, I would love to see that.
Wait, what was it? Positively? Is that the word?
Yes. Positively.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Brianna, what you got?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this one just for Brittany. Okay. Your absolute favorite gaming content creator, Paris Lilly, would be very excited if there was a Banjo-Kazooie announcement.
I'm sure he would.
So let's ask the 8-Ball, Magic 8-Ball. Will we see a new Banjo-Kazooie, like, first look, extended look, whatever they got for you?
Motherfucker. I will never get into this. A new banjo.
Focus and ask again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. I'll narrow it down. Will we
I feel like you
see
got
a
to make it a
trailer?
little bit more concise of a question.
Okay, Magic 8-Ball. Will we see a new Banjo-Kazooie game trailer?
Will there be a new Banjo-Kazooie trailer at the game showcase? Indications say yes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Get ready, Britt.
This feels like maybe like remasters coming to Game Pass. I don't know if it's a new game. That's like
maybe like
that's my
a
hunch.
new banjo in some way, shape, or form. Like, I know a lot of people would be very excited about that. How I cannot be excited for those people though because of one person, but that's fine.
What if they did like a Banjo Cross Crash mashup?
Oh,
Since they're both underneath the same umbrella now.
Yeah.
yeah, could be
Maybe there's a new brawler. Another one.
a new brawler. A game I really. Oh, sorry, Andrew. I think it's your turn. I was getting excited. And I stepped out of line.
Well, no, you didn't step out of line. I mean, looking at kind of what's on their slate and what they have coming, I think, I'm just going to jump down to, what I think is like an obvious is that we're going to see something from Starfield. I think they have to show us a little something from this expansion that's coming later this year. Now is the time to remind people that, this game has had a lot of updates over the past 9 months, and that by the time the expansion comes out, the team is still working on improving things.
Yeah, there's
you guys,
a map
they
now.
added local maps. I mean, it's about time.
Amazing.
So I think we're going to get a first look at the Shattered Space DLC for Starfield that's coming later this year, and potentially even a release date.
Ooh, okay.
The 8-Ball says, indications say yes.
Hey. That's another game I need to get back to, but it's kind of like,
right.
You could say.
Yes.
A game I'm really excited to hear more about is South of Midnight. This is Compulsion's game that takes place in the Deep South, and it follows a character named Hazel, and there's some weird, magic weaving involved, and it has a lot of Southern folklore integrated inside of the game. So anyway, I just want to, and the animation is so cool, and it looks so pretty. Will we see South of Midnight gameplay?
Let's see, gameplay from South of Midnight. Is it coming? Can't say now.
Why? Why?
I'm just looking back at all the answers. It's like, wow, we really are getting more answers than Brittany.
I'm telling you. What if Andrea is the culprit? What if she's the
You're
one?
watching me do it. I'm not
I can't
hiding
see-
it.
I can't
Magnets?
see. Maybe that's not even your real hand. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you have like a hand on a stick and it's all, you're manipulating everything. I don't know. It's either you or Danny that I got to start getting mad at.
Okay. I'm looking up if there is a way to shake a magic 8-Ball online.
Is this kind of like what sex
Yes,
positions
there
can I do
is.
to make
I'm going
sure I
to
have
drop
the
it
boy or
into the
girl?
chat for you.
Okay.
And then you can do it yourself and tell me what it says.
Oh, I have my own thing? Oh, let me see.
You have a virtual shake-a-shake.
Okay.
Since you seem to not trust me shaking the physical 8-Ball.
Hey, now, I didn't say that. I said maybe. I haven't jumped to the conclusion yet. I'd have
I
to launch
mean,
my own investigate.
You allege.
Okay. I just clicked it, and in my head, I was like, Resident Evil, don't count on it, was the first thing I got.
Oh,
It's
boy.
fine. You know what? I can't have it all. Okay,
You
well,
can't.
South of Midnight, I hope we see more gameplay. Really, truly. That game
Yes.
looks really incredible. So.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else we got, friends? Oh, again, I got to step away.
I definitely think we're going to get something from the Activision Blizzard slate. Obviously, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has its own direct, so
Right.
we'll just leave that aside. I think this is a great time to tease what's coming in Diablo and kind of remind people of what's going on with that game and all of the work that team has been doing on that. So I think we'll probably see some kind of a teaser trailer for Diablo. What's happening? What's good with Diablo at an Xbox showcase? Yes, positively.
Ooh, okay.
Diablo's going to be there.
I mean, I hope so. They have all that really cool new update they just did that people seem relatively pleased with.
Yeah.
So that would be a good thing. All right, read, baby girl.
I'm going to go a little off script. I want to see something that is not necessarily on our radar. I want to see a new, truly backed, published, supported mobile game. We know that part of this Activision Blizzard King acquisition included King, right? They are the mobile people. I want to see more emphasis on mobile games because I truly love them, and I feel like they get a bad rap. So I want to see, are we going to get a big mobile game announcement?
A big mobile game announcement at the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
Positively.
Hey, I like it. I like it. I'd be excited. I like playing games on my phone.
Turns out, according to the head of the ESA, who we interviewed last week, Stanley Pierre-Louis, Louis Pierre. Oh my gosh, I did that. Did that last week. He said that more people are playing mobile games than any other platform, and I was like,
Correct.
That seems right. And he's
where
like, it is.
the money is.
Data shows. Also, if you guys missed that episode, highly recommend you check it out. We talked to him about a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah. It makes all this console weirdness feel even more pointless when phones are the real killer app.
Killer app is your phone. I want to focus on our friends Obsidian because I think we're going to get another look at Avowed. I feel like that's an easy one. This game is coming out pretty soon. I think fall is its release window. But what I want to know is, could we, and maybe they would bump heads, get a little update on Outer Worlds 2?
Ooh.
We know.
Okay, so what are you asking the 8-ball?
So let me think. It went into pre-production in 2019. So I feel like we could get a teaser for Outer Worlds 2 at this point. Will we see a teaser for Outer Worlds 2?
Outer Worlds 2.
Tease me, tickle me.
Prospect good.
Okay.
Hey, coming around.
I know. I think we're mending this relationship. We're going to therapy. We're making it work. Wonderful.
I will say, do you think it's awkward ever, like at company meetings, when the team from Outer Worlds meets the team from Starfield, and they're like, "Hey, so our games kind of look the same. How do you?
One is
how do you
definitely
feel
making
about
fun
that?"
of the other a little bit.
Oh God.
I'm sure it's all in good fun.
Yes.
To be.
I mean, obviously those teams have worked together. I mean, not those specific teams, but like Bethesda and Obsidian have worked together, right? So I just, because like it's, I mean, those games are, so now that Starfield is out, it's just like, wow, they are just like very, very similar in a lot of ways. But, more on that in a future podcast, everybody. All right, so we have more things to talk about. So in addition to Xbox, so I do want to kind of get to the end of this. I mean, there's so many different directions this showcase could go. But one thing I know we're going to see, because I would be very shocked if we didn't see it, is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's slated to come out later this year. Now would be a great time for us to see a nice look at it. Maybe we'll get a smaller trailer here and like a bigger trailer either at Gamescom or potentially at D23 later in the summer. But I feel like we're going to see it. But the question I have is, are we going to get a release date? Are we going to get
place for it?
A release date for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle?
Do it.
Positively.
Hey.
Yeah.
I feel like these balls are buttering us up.
They really are.
And
Because I bet you it'll be like November 2024 or February 2025.
Dude, this like last half of this year could turn out to be pretty beefy.
Yes,
Not really knowing a lot of like what's coming. Like, it could get real girthy, ladies. One quick question, one quick shake. Are we going to see that Doom Year Zero game? Is that going to be revealed officially?
I mean, we haven't really heard a lot from id, and we know that there's a QuakeCon coming later, so it feels like it would be good to do like a little trailer now and then like a long gameplay thing at QuakeCon.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this medieval-inspired Doom world.
More Doom.
More Doom, baby.
No doubt about it.
I feel like we're coming around, being the 8-ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Exciting.
This would be a great showcase.
Yes.
Any final questions, Rihanna?
Nah, I'm good. I'm happy with this. I don't want to push my luck.
I would love that we'd even talk about Fable. That wasn't even a thing.
You know why? Because I think like it feels to me like it's not ready. Like I want to believe that it's coming this year, but I don't know if it is.
I don't want to see it till it's ready. Like don't string me along. Just give it when it's ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right.
Okay. We're not going to talk about Black Ops 6 because I don't think that there's anything. I feel like Activision is going to run that reveal much like they run their own multiplayer reveals. And we're going to get probably like 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes seems like a lot. I'd think shorter of them just showing what's coming in the game. And then we'll probably get the multiplayer reveal. Well, maybe get like a tease, but like the full reveal, I'm guessing, is coming later in the summer like they traditionally do. So no questions to ask about that. But there are 3 other major showcases happening. One of them already happened by the time you're listening to this podcast. So why don't we just start there? Or I guess we could leave that to the end. How do you feel?
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm neutral as fuck.
Same.
Okay, we'll leave it to the end then. Let's continue on with Ubisoft Forward.
All right.
Monday, June 10th. We know we're getting Assassin's Creed Shadows. We know we're getting Star Wars Outlaws. Other than that, I guess technically, no, we're not getting The Division Heartland. Wah, wah, wah.
Aw, rest in peace.
I'm really sad about that. But, hopefully that team is working on something else. Turns out Massive is very busy between, Star Wars Outlaws and what I imagine, my first question, is are we going to see more from the big blue people of Pandora? Are we getting more content for Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora? Because that game was big, and it feels like you don't just abandon that kind of expensive IP with that much development cost sunk without putting more content in the game, right? So, are we going to see more from the Frontiers of Pandora? Cannot foretell now. Boo.
Well,
I know. I feel like I haven't heard much about that. About the game. It came out. That's right. And I remember playing the demo.
Well, it came out like in just the most terrible time in a mammoth year, 2023, where everyone was still playing Baldur's Gate in December. And then there was all of the other fantastic games that came out last year. Zelda and Alan Wake and a bunch of other stuff. And then the game came out and then Christmas happened and then we were into Palworld.
Word. Yeah, that's right. It was a really rocky launch, which is so sad. That's always such a bummer. But the interesting thing about Ubisoft games is that they typically just don't tickle me in certain ways. I enjoy following the lore for Andrew. I know you love your Assassin's Creed and X-Defiant is totally your thing. The one thing I was looking forward to is Assassin's Creed Shadows, but it sounds like we know we're getting that.
oh yeah.
So the only question I could ever ask is am I going to get hot and bothered from Assassin's Creed Shadows? Which actually, this is going to be a good question. Will I be 100% sold on Assassin's Creed Shadows by the end of the showcase?
Ooh, 100% sold.
100% sold because I still have some
Is the skirt getting
reservations.
blown up?
Is the skirt getting blown up?
Looks like yes.
I hope so. It looks so cool, everything they've talked about and everything they've said, but I want to see gameplay. You know what I mean? Yeah.
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 That's fair.
Okay.
It's
Oh yeah,
coming
we're
this
gonna
year.
get gameplay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Is it gonna tickle me? It's gonna blow my skirt up, Andrea. It's gonna make. Never mind. That's too dirty. Anyway, Reed, what's going on with X-Defiant that you want to see at Ubisoft?
I'm glad you asked. I would love to see a new character come to X-Defiant from the Assassin's Creed world.
Yes,
I think it
new
would
faction.
be perfect timing, right? Everybody's loving X-Defiant. All the streamers are playing it without being paid to do so. It's doing really well on the charts. It's free.
great.
You can play it everywhere. I want to see them really invest in this and pair it with an AC Shadows release. So I would like to see Magic 8 Ball. Will X-Defiant announce a new Assassin's Creed faction?
No doubt about it.
I'm so
that
into.
8-Ball got laid during our break.
It must have. It
What'd you do to
definitely
them
feels like a good
both?
time. And I remember when X-Defiant was announced, one of the things that Rihanna and I talked about that we really want Ubisoft to lean into is the more fantastical elements of the Ubisoft universe. It's no surprise that they are leaning heavily into Tom Clancy because this used to be a Tom Clancy branded game. And
Yes.
that feels like a really good, safe place to start. But I think this game can really sing and set itself apart from the other tactical shooters out there and the squad-based stuff if it does more fantasy elements. And Assassin's Creed, I think, is a good middle ground to start before they bring in, rabbids.
I mean, yeah. Besides just having the little creatures yelling at you in the firing range.
Oh, there'd have to be a mute rabbits option. I feel
like a rabbit hat as a skin.
Yes.
It's just flopping around on top of your head.
It would be so funny.
So a lot of these things like Star Wars Outlaws, Avatar, X-Defiant, Skull and Bones, Just Dance, Splinter Cell's the big question mark. But other than that, is there anything absolutely wild that you think could come from Ubisoft that would
Yes.
just what?
8 Ball.
Okay.
No.
Is this the year
Oh.
that Ubisoft just says that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is dead?
No.
That we should stop hoping against hope and that they're like, we've canceled it. Unlikely. Oh, thank God.
Oh, of course not, man. They gotta
God
milk
bless you,
that
8-Ball,
shit.
for keeping my hope alive. That's my like pie in the sky. Like, what the heck is going on with that game?
Yeah.
We saw this wild conceptual trailer back in, what was that, E3 2018? No, I think it was even earlier.
16?
We were sitting together, weren't we? And wasn't that? Were we not sitting together? 16 it wouldn't have been. Let's see.
Let's see. What was that? E3. Which E3 was it?
2018.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we
because
were
I was like, it
together.
wasn't the last E3. It was the one I think before that. And it was all, everyone got their, panties all in a twist about it. And we were all excited. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is finally happening. And now here we are, another 6 years later, going like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, here's my question for the 8-Ball. 8-Ball, you sexy bastard. Are we going to see a new IP from Ubisoft?
Ooh,
Yes, I would like to know
new
that too.
IP.
A new IP. We're due. Like, all this stuff is great, but, like,
It's old.
Can't say now.
Ugh, keep your
Why?
secrets.
Wah, wah.
done.
Well,
Let's move on to Nintendo. Fuck this shit.
We're not even going to bother asking about Splinter Cell. We know it's not happening. It's a short show. I feel like they double down on Assassin's Creed and Star Wars, lean into the things they've already sunk money into. We'll maybe get like one, we'll get the obligatory Just Dance. We already looked at Megan Thee Stallion's concert tour calendar, and it doesn't seem like she's going to be able to make it this one. Sorry, Rihanna.
I know,
So they're
it's
going to get
okay.
somebody else. Who knows? And I don't think that they're going to do anything really razzle dazzle outside of that at this show. Just kind of how I'm vibing. But Nintendo is a wild card.
Oh, Nintendo. What the fudge is Nintendo up to? That's the question, ain't it?
I have a cheeky question.
Okay.
Will we see 4 or more indistinguishable JRPGs?
Oh wow. Okay. Will there be a JRPG-a-palooza during the Nintendo Direct?
Every fucking year.
Oh,
Consult
I
me
hope so.
later.
fucker. Oh, God. It's just a JRPG bukkake. Let's go. All right.
It's just like nonstop.
No.
Yeah, so we know we're not going to see any Switch successor hardware. Like, they made that very clear. So that's good. We're not getting moist before that. But like Metroid 4, that is still the one that everyone is freaking asking about. What is going on? This game was announced in 2017, ladies. And every year since that, it's been a part of this prediction show. Like, what's going on with it? Who can say? So, Magic 8-Ball, is this the year where we just get lots and lots of news, a newsapalooza, if you will, of Metroid 4?
Make Metroid Prime 4 so. Chances aren't good.
Oh, that sucks
Aw.
for everybody. Well, it's
Wah,
it's
wah.
okay. What's another year? It's another year. But yeah, this year I'm honestly just expecting a bunch of maybe like ports or remakes or remasters or something along those lines. Pokemon Legends EA isn't coming out until 2025, so we're not going to be. Maybe we'll probably get another look at that, which is like cool and great. But what I think would be wonderful, because this will be one of the first years I feel like in a long time where we don't have a Pokemon game coming out on the Switch, like a True Blue. This would be a great year for them to bring Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow, hell, bring Green over too, and make them available. I would like to say on Nintendo Switch Online, but knowing Nintendo, they'll probably package them separately and sell them. That's fine. I don't care. I want to know, Magic 8-Ball, am I going to get old Pokemon games on my Switch?
8-Ball, is Nintendo going to continue to be predictable and put old shit on the new shit?
But Pokemon, they never put Pokemon on there.
Prospect good.
Okay, cool. That would be great. My kid's getting to the age where I think he's starting to understand Pokemon. It would be so fun to play with him, Nintendo.
Aw.
Don't fail me. Don't fail me.
I'm going to keep my fingers
yeah.
crossed for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I could keep
don't
going, but
think.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I'm pivoting to a new question.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I have been asking, I think, this same question for as long as What's Good Games has been a show,
Okay.
because that's how long it's been since we've gotten a new Mario Kart game. I mean, an actual new game, not like a deluxe super bundle pass with the family add-on and the retrack and the remix of the old track. I mean, like an actual new game.
Sure.
Mario Kart 9 is what I'm talking about. Where is it? How come it's not here yet?
It's waiting for the Switch too, baby.
I mean, I understand, but you have over 100 million Switches in the world. Feels like a great install base of which to sell a new Mario Kart 2, right?
No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Come on.
Nintendo's used that strategy for many years. So
Right?
yes, it would be good.
Because then they can make Mario Kart 9 Deluxe for whatever the new Switch thing is.
And
Duh.
then at the end of the announcement, it can say, and coming to future hardware or something. And then
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm down.
Everyone starts nosebleeding, foaming at the mouth.
Exactly.
8-Ball, is this the year? In the June Direct, are we finally going to get even like a tease about the new Mario Kart 9? The stars say no.
That's messed up.
Boo.
All right, Ree. Splash us with your Nintendo spoogies.
I'm going to go completely left field with something that probably won't happen, just to see if the 8-Balls won their job right now. Are we going to get a new Smash Brothers announcement?
Oh,
Wow.
girl, that's a pie in the sky ideal.
It'd be
Let's
cool.
see.
Multiverses is kind of taking up some space right now. Fighting game community, like they need something fresh. Like I would love to see it. Don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see it.
It will happen eventually, though.
Prospect good.
Okay, y'all heard it here first. If it happens,
I feel like we could maybe get like a new fighter or like a re-release of something. I feel like we would have heard if there was some new Smash
Yeah,
happening.
I know.
That community is ravenous.
that's why I'm saying I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be cool.
I feel like they're done with DLC for this game, and I know there was just some hubbub about Sakurai, I think, coming back and doing stuff. So, I mean, I'd have to like do all the research and stuff, but there has been talk. But I mean, that would be fucking amazing.
It would.
Okay, so you know who needs a lot of love that hasn't gotten a lot of love lately is our boy Donkey Kong.
Yes,
Really?
overdue.
Okay.
Where is the
He
new
is
one?
Overdue. The Switch hasn't gotten a true blue Donkey Kong game this generation, and like that's completely unacceptable. We can't have that. We haven't even gotten a port of anything. The rumor has been a Donkey Kong Country Returns port, but I want like a new Donkey Kong game. So Magic 8-Ball, you beautiful, glorious, shiny bastard. Are we getting a new Donkey Kong platformer?
A new Donkey Kong for the Switch.
A 3D platformer.
Can't
3D.
say now.
Why?
How about we ask again? Because we asked in the middle of the shake.
Oh, that
We'll
could've-
ask the other one. 8-Ball. Will there be a new 3D platformer Donkey Kong announced for the Switch? Ask again later.
Mother of all. I'm going to find out where these 8-Balls come from, and there's going to be arson. I'm joking. Don't sue me. Okay, fine. I'm going to try an easy one. I'm taking over y'all's turn real quick.
Please.
Magic fucking 8-Ball. Are we going to get a Zelda port announced for the Switch? Be it Wind Waker, be it Twilight Princess.
Oh,
Zelda port.
Zelda port. Zelda fans love rebuying their games.
We do. We're the problem.
You can count on it.
Okay, cool.
Well, because they
course.
still haven't done Ocarina of Time, right?
It's up. It's on their Nintendo Switch online offering.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you can get that. But the main one that people have been asking for again, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. You know how I feel about my Ocarina of Time. I got my pie in the sky, and I ask every fucking year, and I feel like I got to keep asking my question. So when we're ready to go into frivolous territory, ladies, let me know. And
Yes.
I'll ask.
Well, I think we just quickly touch on very briefly on some things we might expect to see in the PlayStation State of Play, and then we can go into like the
It's not fucking
predictions
That I have to ask.
that are
Sorry?
the Buck Wild predictions.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So knowing that this state of play is focused on VR and PS5 titles, they did say that there will be some stuff from PlayStation Studios in there. But it's like, is the PlayStation Studios stuff VR stuff specifically? Because that feels like it would make sense. Or is it going to be like DLC? What we do know is that we're not going to get, whatever Sucker Punch's next game is. Like Ghost of Tsushima 2 is not happening, right? Like
Makes me sad.
That's not happening here. What I do think we might get is Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC. That's a potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That feels like a right time for that.
Okay. That's the way.
So are we going to get a DLC announcement for Marvel Spider-Man 2 at the State of Play? Chances aren't good.
Wah,
Fuck that then, I guess.
I think the most expected title is from Team Asobi, and it's the Astrobot game that people have been talking about. Apparently, this one is not VR. It is like a true blue game where you play the game and you do things and you don't just look through VR goggles. So, little magic 8-ball friend full of plastic. Are we getting an Astrobot, a standalone Astrobot game? Non-VR.
Astrobots are back. Very likely.
Now that gets you excited. That you like Astrobot, right? Andrea?
Oh, yeah.
That's like
yeah,
okay,
it was
thought so.
great.
Okay. So do you envision it being like a platformer, like a 3D platformer?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like what we got in the pack-in, right, that shipped with the PS5. I think that game was excellent, and more of that, please.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More of like bells and whistles with the dual sense. I loved all that. Now that you're saying that, I need to play that game with my daughter. I think she would absolutely love that game.
Aww.
That would be cute. Again, just taking over real quick again, sorry. This Horizon Lego rumor that's been going around. Have y'all been following that?
No.
Anybody? Okay. So I took some notes on it. I'm trying to find out what it was. But yeah, there's these rumors that Lego is... So the Horizon game... Let me see if I can find it. I say the Horizon game like it's not fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, here we go. So last week, Trademark Finder found that Sony and Lego were soon to announce a collaboration of a well-known IP. At the time the game was revealed... Kurakasis revealed the game, but what seems obligatory from insiders these days, someone tweeted, being Tom Henderson, I think that it was Horizon. Speaking with sources, it said that the game is essentially, quote, Horizon Forbidden West, but Lego, and that the game will have realistic graphics, whatever that means for a Lego game. That's what I was trying to say. That's the rumor that's been going around, and that would be a pretty freaking spiffy announcement. That would be something really weird. I don't know how it would work, but I don't care. It sounds interesting enough that you have my attention, friends.
Well, we haven't gotten like a big Lego game announcement in a while from TT. I feel like they've been working on Fortnite, right? The Lego mode of Fortnite, but I don't know if that's TT specifically though. I should actually look that up. But I think the last thing we got was the Skywalker saga, right?
Yeah, that seems right. That game is beautiful.
Let's see. Because I don't know how, doing a Horizon game feels a little bit too niche for how broad Lego is, but I love Horizon as a property. It just doesn't feel as family friendly as some of the other properties that they could work with.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Sony Cinematic Universe Lego, and Horizon's just in there.
I don't know. It seemed my first... Honestly, the question is like, why? But not because I wouldn't be interested in playing it. It's just like, what was the motivation behind it? And I hope that they talk about that if or when this game is released. Like, what was the thought behind this? Why?
Yeah.
So is there an 8-ball question in there?
Oh, yeah. Lego / Horizon. Is it happening? Is it happening?
Lego Horizon. Focus and ask again.
Okay, well, fine. Screw you.
Is there going to be an announcement about a partnership between Lego and Horizon in the form of a game? Unlikely.
Okay. Cool. Okay, now I feel like y'all have to be following Concord, right? Because I haven't been, because it's not my thing.
Not really, to be honest.
Not really.
Okay, well, I think that's another kind of one that everyone's expecting to see. So this is from Firewalk Studios, right? And so this is a new PvP multiplayer FPS. And there was a blog written about it on May 2023. Haven't heard anything else from it since then. But I think a lot of eyes are on this one to see what is this. So Sony, friends, you and the 8-Ball work together and make it happen. Are we going to get a deep dive into Concord? And is it going to get hot and bothered? Because it sounds like
Hot and bothered for Concord. And we're not talking about grapes. Yes.
Yeah! I love it when Ree gets hot and bothered. Great. Cool.
Definitely feels
take
like
it.
a good time for a teaser, if nothing else.
Yeah. And then here's my Sony last prediction. Final Fantasy IX Remake, baby. I feel like if it's gonna happen, I know Ree doesn't believe it's happening. Ree poo-pooed all over my parade a couple weeks ago when we talked about this. Are we getting the Final Fantasy IX Remake announcement during this State of Play showcase, whatever you're calling it? Is it gonna happen?
Is it going to happen, 8-Ball? Looks like yes.
Ah!
Hey, good for you.
Cool. Thanks, Ree.
Good for you. You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Ree. Okay, great. I'm happy.
Awesome. Okay, so now in the few minutes before we end the episode, are there any buck wild, blow your skirt up, vomit on yourself and pass out things that you want to ask the 8-Ball?
I do. I have one.
Okay.
Will we see an announcement of a Destiny movie?
Oh, shit. Look at you bringing it. A Destiny movie.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't it? It's the hotness right now. Everyone's licensing their IPs.
Destiny
What a
Media.
great one. Oh, I've been
Actual
playing
lore
in
in it.
preparation, and boy, I have thoughts. I have thoughts.
Are they good?
We're not going to ask that now. Okay, 8-Ball. Is the Destiny movie going to come out of left field and drop a trailer? You can count on it.
Hey!
That would be so cool.
It would be really cool.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
love that.
It's a great narrative.
It is. It almost feels more like series territory because there's so much
Yeah,
that
that
they
makes
could
sense.
do. And also any reason to give Nathan Fillion the opportunity to keep portraying Cade. That's just all I want.
Yeah.
He's
We already
just
know
so
what mine are,
good.
so you can wait until the end for mine.
Okay, so I've got to think here. I mean, I have some, but it's tough because it's so hard for me to like separate the reality of the business that I know and my ability to like have like a weird pie in the sky dream about a game
know.
that I would
Yeah.
love to see or hear from. And I'm like, Andrea, are you jaded now? Have you just been doing this so long that you can't just like feel the excitement anymore? What's wrong with you? Are you broken? Like the 8-Ball? No, I'm not. Not broken. And I've been thinking about like what's the game that I would like to see and that I would like want to play and would come back. What's the thing that I want to just manifest? And I think what I'm going to manifest.
Make it happen, baby.
Oh no, I keep second guessing myself. Brittany, you go.
Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna ask the same questions I've asked every fucking year since we've done this thing. Okay,
Oh, I know
the
what
first
this is.
one. Am
boy.
I going to get my, by the way, Ocarina of Time remake? It auto-corrected to Ovarian of Time, which I think is just hilarious. But am I going to be getting my Ocarina of Time remake?
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to ask about Final Fantasy 9.
Well, I already asked about that one. in the
Yeah, it was
conversation.
yeah.
Yeah. This is the one where everything will just.
No doubt about it.
Oh, you lying fucker. Cool. All right, great.
Ooh, not even gonna take the good news. now.
You have to imagine, like, I've been doing this for 7 years now, and every year it tells me the same thing, and I never get it. Even if it lies to me, I still don't get it. Even if it tells me, so I can't believe anything comes out of its stupid blue bubbly mouth. The next one, are we going to get an official localized port of Mother 3?
Oh my gosh. Where's Reggie so we can razz him about it?
I know.
Focus and ask again.
No, I've asked this question too many times, April. I focused for 7 goddamn years.
It's
and now
'cause you don't want
me
it
to focus
enough.
even harder. I'm sick of focusing. I'm sick of getting denied. I'm sick of being told to ask again later and concentrate harder. I can't. I have 5 brain cells, Magic 8-Ball. Don't ask this of me.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell that 8-Ball.
I can't handle the denial and the rejection. Can one of you ask? Please, ask for me. Someone ask for me.
Okay. I'm trying to think out how to word it so that, you know.
It works.
Also, your hair looks very nice today, Andrea. I love the bangs.
Oh,
It's
thank
like
you.
Perfectly kind of swooped. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
I've been.
always look fabulous. I don't need to compliment you. You always look amazing. You do.
I don't know how to phrase this so it's gonna make you happy. The pressure is too much.
Ree, would you like to stroke my ego and ask for me?
I'll ask the reverse question and see if
Okay.
that works.
Okay.
Magic 8-Ball. Will there be no mention of Mother 3 this Summer Game
The
Fest?
psychology.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I tried.
Oh, Brittany, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh my
oh,
goodness.
no. Damn.
I'm a broken
Damn.
woman, but I'm fine. I have a child I have to live for. Okay, well, cool. That's nice. Andrew, what's that dead MOBA of yours that you used to like?
So okay,
Jeez.
I was gonna ask about this, but the thing is like it's okay. First off, the dead MOBA she's referring to, everybody, is called Paragon. It was made by Epic Games, and it was phenomenal. I put over 500 hours into a game, probably closer to 700 or 800 hours, and when they canceled it to focus all of their resources on Fortnite, which was the right call, right? I mean, I'm sad about it, but it was the right call.
Yeah.
They released all of the assets so that anybody could use them and make stuff with them. And I thought that was super cool. And there's been
Yeah.
a couple of different fan revivals of the game, but the one that is actually like a real game and doing shit is called Predecessor. And it is available to play. It came to PC first, but now it's available on console.
Okay.
And it's technically still in early access. Well, no, it's technically in beta now. And it's published by Omega Studios, and it's on Unreal Engine 5. And our friend Khalif Adams, who has bad cookie takes, is been asking me to play. And I really want to play. But I also have a small child, and when you play a MOBA, you are like committed for like a minimum of 30 minutes. Some of our Paragon games would go like 60 minutes, 90 minutes sometimes if it was like a really heated game. And if you leave, like you walk away, not only are you leaving your team in the lurch, like late game, which is just really bad form, but you also like leave all of your rewards behind. And I can't bring myself to have that gameplay experience until I know I can sit down and dedicate at least like a solid couple of hours to like playing uninterrupted. And that's why I haven't played it yet. And I was going to ask about it, but I realized that there's just no way to ask about it in a way that's going to make me feel good inside. So I'm just like, because I keep going back and forth because I was like, the thing I go is the game that I want Mass Effect? And I was like, no, this is the year of Dragon Age. This would be wild if they were going to talk about Mass Effect. They're not going to talk about Mass Effect. But even if they did, am I ready for that? And then I was like, well, what about, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun if they brought back like Rock Band and Guitar Hero? And it's like, well, they're kind of doing that in Fortnite already. So that's not really a thing that I could ask about. And then I was like, well, the other thing would be Bioshock, but we already asked about that. We love
That's
Bioshock.
true.
We already asked about Borderlands. Very excited about that potential. And I'm like, what is it? What is the thing that is going to get Andrea Renee hot and bothered and excited? What would be the...
What if there was like...
I stand up in my chair in the audience and go, oh my and you're right.
That would
like,
be if
what is
Lee and I
it?
walked on stage naked and said, "This is that's what would get you hot and bothered." What if, I feel like we could go for a new Mario game ish. What if they remade Super Mario World? Now that's one of your favorite games.
It
right?
is.
So what if they did something with Super Mario World? Like they remade it. They called it New Super Mario World, and it was like a complete ground up remake, reorchestrated music.
No. I would be excited to play, not a stand up and like scream moment. Like I remember how viscerally excited Emily Rose got when they talked about Fallout last year. And I'm like, how do I channel that? Or how do I channel like the gifable Britney when that Resident Evil 2 remake was announced? Like, what is that thing for me? What is it?
God.
And it's so wild that I like don't know if I have an answer to that.
Well, I think it's hard because I think a lot of your favorite games have sequels or they're established IP, so you're expecting eventually, you're going to get that sequel anyway because that's the nature of the business, right? So it would have to be a game that you haven't played for a really long time that maybe was discontinued, that brought you so much joy, like as a kid, that could be reimagined for today's industry. Or maybe it couldn't, but that's part of the fun of it, right?
Yeah, that's a Jade Empire remake for me.
Oh, yeah.
But I won't even bother. It's not happening.
What about, like, Plants vs. Zombies?
Oh, did you just see about what happened with that?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, I know.
Oh, that's a whole nother story. But there was
Okay.
basically like, anyway, PopCap and Plants vs. Zombies. Like, I honestly, yes, that would be, I don't want Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Okay.
I would love like a proper, like next installment in the Plants vs. Zombies iPad game, like the tower defense,
Okay.
like slash, I mean, what is that genre of that game? Like that would be really cool. I would love that.
Well, maybe that's your moment. But it sounds like something really bad just happened, so it sounds like that.
It's not that something really bad just happened. It was more like there was like this fan mod that was getting made, and EA kind of came in and shut them down, which is like what people do that hold IP rights, right? That's what they do. But what it's been sad to me. You know what I want? Okay, I just thought of it.
Okay,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Peggle 3. That's it.
Oh,
That's
there
what I
we go.
want.
You can do
That's
the little
the thing
jump,
that I would be
too.
like, fuck yes, I want that right now. I will drop money. I will like throw money into the sky if they said Peggle 3. Because how have they not
That's a
made that
good one.
game? With how
That's
many
a good
people
one.
are playing on mobile, and it's a perfect fucking mobile game. And the thing that they put out on mobile was fine. It wasn't ideal in a variety of ways, which we're not going to get into now. But like
Yeah.
proper next installment, Peggle 3, like that. After, I loved the shit out of both of the Peggle games. And Peggle 2 was so good.
It was very good. So, okay, so that
That's
would be your
it.
moment,
That's
the
it.
announcement, and then you would jump up and you do the Peggle jump, and then you
Yes.
would like hit the ground. Okay, that'd be great.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just ask. You gotta ask
Okay.
the 8-ball.
Okay. Magic 8 Ball. Final question. Am I going to be jumping up and down shouting
Yes.
about Peggle 3 at Summer Game Fest? Indications say yes.
Wow.
Don't
Drink
toy
the
with me,
hopium.
toy.
Drink the hopium, and now we gotta ask for Baby, your Jade Empire. We got.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to bother. It's not happening. Next
Well,
year,
I mean,
let's
Mother's
try
Three
it.
ain't happening either. But
Let's try it again.
do you really truly think it's never happening ever?
I
Never.
do, because they'd have to start over.
Well, shit.
They would.
So,
They
yeah.
would.
Okay.
Might not be a bad thing, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for going on this journey with us. This is one of the more fun times of the year for this industry, and we love this episode, and we appreciate you coming down the hope train with us, and let's cross our fingers and hold on to our butts because Summer Game Fest is happening. And let's keep tabs on what happens this time. I feel like we always are like, oh, we're gonna go back and keep the 8 Ball on task, and then we never do.
Well, it sounds good on paper, but there's
does.
work that
It
goes
sure
into
does.
that. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more What's Good Games. And don't forget, you can support the show at what'sgoodgames.com/Supercast or at what'sgoodgames@supercast.com. Either of those work. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.